fitting of the cap. So again, I'm going to demonstrate on my lovely volunteer the process of how to fit the cap. Now our hair is all prepared and we're ready to start off with treatment. So we do actually give you two options of this, and as I mentioned earlier on, it's really essential that you do try and practice this at least 3 times before heading for treatment. Again, this makes sure that you feel comfortable and confident with the process before you arrive for your chemotherapy. So the first option is what we're going to do is actually fit, first of all, the inner silicone cap, then we're going to put the outer cap cover on afterwards. The second process is when, or second option, is actually when we fit the cap or assemble the cap completely before we place it on the head. Okay? So let's start with the first option. So now all the hair is prepared. As we did before, I'm going to stand in front and place the cap on. So I've got the centre, a couple of millimetres below the hairline, and push down. We can really see now where the headband comes into use. As you can see that it's actually ensuring that this silicone cap is not touching the direct skin. So again, we can either leave the hair out or tuck it behind, whichever is more comfortable and easiest. Okay, we know that's on correct.
Feels good.
Excellent, thank you. So then what we're going to do is turn this cap inside out. Also, you may need to loosen off the bungee cords and the chin strap. So you can do this by just ensuring you're leaving a little bit left over so that you can hold on to it. Same on this side, pull that through, like so. Then I'm going to turn it inside out. What you're going to do first is actually pull on all of these bungee cords. What this will do is it will loosen it up and ensure that it's stretched out full as much as possible to ensure that the cap cover is being used to its most potential. Like so, okay? Then you'll find the front of the cap. Another indication is your logo. And remember, we are using a small cap on a medium, a medium cap with a small cap cover. Okay, so then the back of the cap is the toggle. Again, you can loosen that off and pull that through. Another indication is these labels here. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put the cap cover on inside out, roll it over and flip it down. So the best thing to do is actually put your hand on that Paxman logo, and we want to make sure that the actual cap cover itself comes slightly below as well. So again, standing in front of them, place the cap cover on. You can match the lines up in the outer cap cover with the lines and the grooves that are on the cap itself. And again, put your Paxman logo flat. The cap cover itself should also come just below the cap on the forehead. So, put my hand inside like so, roll it back, and then you can roll the cap cover down, keeping your hand like a spider on the top. And roll that flat, like so. Okay, now we've got a process of pulling that cap tight to ensure that we don't have any ruching. So, a couple of ways that we can do this is keep your hand on top of the cap, get the actual cap cover itself, and pull down like so. If your volunteer feels comfortable for them to be able to do this, they can help. If not, just keep pulling all the way round so that we're stretching it out. Another thing you can do is use like the waterfall effect down to push it round, and again to pull. So once you're happy and your cap is nice and smooth, first of all we're going to place the chin strap on. Again, You can have assistance with this. And what we're going to do now is pull this chin strap as tight as we possibly can. Now don't worry, it's not going to stay this tight during treatment. This is just to activate all of the bungee cords inside before we actually pull it from the back. So chin strap in place, get our chin strap tags and pull as tight as we can, okay? Once we've done that, now I'm just going to come around the back and pull this as tight as I possibly can and lock it into place like so. Then I'm going to loosen off the chin strap so that you're comfortable. You're comfortable there? Yep. Excellent. So what we need to make sure is that you can actually speak or eat with the chin strap. So another little tip and advice that you can do to ensure that your cap is fitted as snugly as possible, and in particular with the method that we're using here, by using a medium inner silicone cap with a smaller cap cover, is I'm just going to pull on some of these bungee cords and also connect them at the back. So what I mean is, omitting the first one, we're going to grab the second one, okay, and we're going to pull down and then back. Same again with the next ones, down and back, and keep going, down and back, until we reach our final ones. And then what we're going to do is actually hook those round the toggle at the back, in place, like so. Also, another thing that you can do is going inside here, pulling out and back. And this is your cap fitting process for option 1. So now I'll show you option 2 of how to fit the cap. And this option is where we're going to fully assemble the cap together before we place it on the head. So what we're going to do first, same as before, just to ensure that all of our bungee cords are fully loosened. As you can see that these are all quite tight. Same thing again, turn it inside out, and I will reiterate that we do insist that this is done before each of your treatments. So pull those bungee cords out, loosen them off all the way around, and again push it out. So this really loosens it off. This time we're going to flip it back round. Okay, and what we're going to do is, it's a process of placing this inside here. So I'm going to do it stood up so you can actually see, but please don't be afraid to use a table surface or your knee if you're sat down. What we're going to do is get our silicone cap and we're going to squeeze it both together so you can see, like so. Making sure we've got the back with the toggle, Paxman logo to the front. Holding it like so, I'm going to place that inside, pull it over. You can flip it round if easier. And then you're going to pull that cap out to the side, like so. Then again, we're going to pull round because we want to make sure that there's no silicone cap is exposed. So let's pull that round again. Okay, making that cap cover nice and smooth on top of the cap. Okay, make sure our Velcro is inside. Okay, now before we place it on the head, we're going to flip the front up like so. This enables us to guide it on the head effectively, and again utilising these grooves and the tubes there. So as always, we're going to go and stand in front as before, a couple of millimetres below, and push down. Again, you can place the hair behind the ears or just let it fall, whichever is the most comfortable. Once our cap, we're happy with its position, we're then going to roll the front down like so, And the same process as before. Keep your hand on the top and pull round to eliminate these bulges. Pull round like so. And again. At the back. Okay. Same process as before. We're going to get that chin strap. Hold that in place and pull as tight as we can, like so. Okay, and then go to the back, pull that as tight as we can again, and then very quickly loosen this off to a more comfortable setting. Again, don't be afraid to keep pulling round like so, just to ensure that our cap cover is as smooth as possible. Okay, and you can do the same process again, utilising these cords, and back, out and back, out and back, out and back, and then hooking these over like so, and the same on the other side. And if you need to, pull out and pull down again. Okay, does that feel nice and secure?
Really snug.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So that's your both options of your fitting of your cap. Thank you.